NSYNC is coming back, boys.
Dude, speaking of skin, dude. Don't see those aliens?
Oh my god! I thought
Dude,
I
with
knew
the
you were gonna
concrete,
bring that up.
aliens.
The fucking Play-Doh aliens.
The cake. You know, whether
Yeah.
you're getting out of the military or you're just graduating college, or you're going into college. Maybe you're a high school graduate. You're going into college. Find a group of people that you really are kind of on the same frequency with. What I mean with that is don't hang around people that are gonna be just tearing you down.
I think if you go put money on that game, they'll just give you your winnings.
Yeah.
That's what.
Dude, if you put money on the game, you're gonna lose money. Come on now.
And
If you go to the distillery, they'll let you do it.
Yep.
oh really?
Yeah, you can dip your tip yourself.
Oh dude, 100%. I'm going now.
Gotta get your tip. Bro.
Welcome everybody to the 9th episode of the Triple Overtime Podcast. My name is Angel.
I'm Nick.
And I am Matt.
And if this is your first time, coming across our channel here or any of our content, go ahead, like that video, subscribe, comment down below. Do your thing.
Dude, do it, man. Come on, you
And
won't.
share the heck out of it
Hell yeah. We usually, drop episode every Thursday?
every Thursday, and then little clips in between.
Hell yeah.
And I want you to treat this podcast like it's the first STD you got in college. I need you to spread it with everyone.
Hell yeah. Well, before we begin, go ahead and, I would like to go ahead and thank all of you military and first responders out there. Thank you for everything that you do. You guys rock.
A medal.
Amen.
So, yeah, I know there's a lot of talk going on right now about
There's-
NSYNC.
Ooh, NSYNC, brother. Let me tell you, okay? NSYNC is coming back, boys.
Okay.
And, it's one of those things that fans have been waiting so long for, and we still haven't had, full confirmation of, an actual, comeback.
Okay.
But if y'all ain't familiar with what's been happening, okay, last week during the VMAs, okay, NSYNC all came back together for the first time in nearly 20 years. I mean, they came back in 2012, 2013, something like that. But I don't think Justin was there. Good old JT.
Hell yeah.
So this is the first time in a really long time that they've all come back on stage together. And of course, everyone's going wild.
It's
right?
exciting, dude.
It's super exciting, and they gave out an award for pop video, and Taylor Swift won the award.
Of course.
Of
She's
course,
an icon,
right?
dude.
She's awful. And so, I'm a Swiftie, not even closet Swiftie.
I'm
out.
a Swiftie
I'm out
after-
there. I'm out.
Dude,
I'm a Swiftie. I'm a Swiftie after I saw her dancing to Peso Pluma at the VMAs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
After you saw her dancing, you're a fan. That's
Yeah.
Alyssa. Mm-hmm.
Dude,
I didn't mean it like
Whoa,
that.
hey.
I did not mean it like
He
that.
saw her dancing, and he was like, "I'm a fan of that." Right
I
there.
knew when I saw her dancing, I knew that she knows that ritmo, So I was like, okay, I'm a fan.
She took the time to educate herself. on the
Exactly.
dance.
She's cultured, man.
Dude.
Okay, back to NSYNC though.
Yes.
Okay, so Taylor Swift gets her award, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe, I'm getting an award from NSYNC. I used to have your dolls, blah blah, right?" And she's like, "Y'all, you guys must be up something. They're up to something. We don't know, but what are you guys up to?" And they just stayed quiet, right? And then right after that, the next day they announce they're coming out with a new song, and the song is specifically for the new Trolls movie. So I don't know if you guys have seen Trolls. I assume you might have.
Yeah, I've seen the first one.
with Maverick and stuff, and so they had the first Trolls, and then they had the second Trolls World Tour that they came out with a few years ago. So now they got a third one. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like Back Together or something like that. And the whole premise of this Trolls movie, right, is that Branch, which is Justin Timberlake's character, right,
Okay.
he the other trolls don't know that he used to be part of a boy band when he was little, like when he was a kid.
Oh, shit.
And with his brothers. It was all his brothers, and they were part of like a boy band, right? A 5-member boy band. And so in the movie, it's like, well, you never told us that you were part. He's like, no, like they turned their back on me, and then they like get back together, this boy band. And so NSYNC took that opportunity to get the band back together, make a song for this movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
But a lot of fans are speculating like, this can't be it, right? Like,
Right.
don't tease us. Okay? don't just come back for one song and a VMA award and be like, that was it, guys. Like, it's been 20 years since we released the last new song was like 2003. I think it was Pop. I think it was the name of the song or something like that. But it was like that was it. And then
do you think that they'll start recording new stuff, or do you think that they'll only just do a hit the hits tour?
I think they are taking this opportunity to kind of like test the waters. Now, of course, there's a lot of fans out there that are like super hyped up. There's a lot of hype around it, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you never really know the true like response until that first song comes out, and like, how many streams is it getting on Spotify and all that kind of stuff. But I got a feeling it's going to be pretty big, and like the fans are not going to let down, because we haven't let down. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I think they'll end up coming out with more music. I think there might even be a reunion tour, because they've been talking to, like, fans have been talking and asking since this happened. They've been asking the members of the band when they've been at like media stuff, and no one has said no yet. They just said, we don't know what the future holds for NSYNC. They did just come out with, like, they just made an official TikTok account. It has no videos yet, but they just like, it's like once you start getting your social media rolling again, you're not just coming out with one song.
Well,
Right.
it's funny because it's like you think about, like what he was saying about like, hey, how many hits are they getting on Spotify, all these different things. None of that was a thing when they were last releasing music.
Right.
So it's like it's going to be a completely different kind of measuring stick to measure up to, because back in the day it was like the music was fantastic, but it was like, you heard it on TRL, or you'd wait for
the radio.
Yeah, you hear it on the radio and be like,
top 20 countdown.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more outlets now for them to release music. So if they do release a new album or even a new song, I mean, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah, I mean, fans want it. Like, there's clearly a desire, for it. So
it's like you saw how people lost their minds when Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent and all that did the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
everybody was like, "This is the shit I know."
There might be a comeback, like 2000s, early 2000s music.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, a lot of those like artists, like they never stopped making music,
Right.
right? Like the Backstreet Boys, for example, they have, I think it's like 11 or 12 albums, and they've kept making music like this entire time throughout the 2000s and the 2010s. Like they are still making music, so like they never like went away. Whereas like NSYNC stopped at 2003 was it. That was the last time they ever recorded a song.
But can go out on top, right?
And then they're like, and then JT did his thing, and everyone else did their thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. And here's the thing, right? A lot of people I've seen a lot of videos of like, wives being like, if they announce a reunion tour, like I'm gonna have to sell, selling my husband's truck. I'm gonna sell like his golf clubs for these tickets.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, listen, that's me. Like, I'll be selling the stuff. I don't need my wife to convince me, to go to the NSYNC concert. I'm gonna be the one who's being like, I don't care if it's $1,000 for the cheap. I am going to see NSYNC. I need, but I'm gonna have to relearn all the dance moves and all that shit.
Yeah, that's another thing too. We're gonna have to get together and recite all of the dance
do
moves.
the bye-byes, dude.
We're gonna have to get the tight pants and the.
Dude, I'm about to bleach my tips, dude.
Ooh.
Shit, I'm about to bleach my nips.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. I'm not sure they did that, but
Well, dude, it's a reunion tour. Who knows?
I mean, they all go separate ways. I know, Lance might, maybe he's got purple hair.
He's
now.
got bleached nipples for sure.
Yeah, he's got bleached something.
Yeah, he's got
But
south mouth.
Oh.
It's definitely bleached.
Put it in your south mouth.
But and the funny thing about it all is like, when they were like really popular in the late 90s and early 2000s, you know, and all that kind of stuff, like as a young boy, you know, you're like, oh yeah, no, Blink 182 or not Blink, oh my gosh, NSYNC's okay, you know, like yeah, you know, they're pretty. I mean, they're cool. Like I like their music. Like you couldn't be like too much of a fan because you don't want to be seen a certain way, you know. Oh, that was some girl music.
Man, it was
some
like
sus stuff
it was
right
like,
there.
oh, you like NSYNC? You were Hollister too? you got a pink Abercrombie and Fitch shirt somewhere?
You have a Barbie dream house in your room, dude.
Pretty much.
With a little pink Corvette, you know. No, but now, you know, as an adult, it's like, hell yeah, I love NSYNC. No shame about it, dude. I'll listen to that
once
shit on
once you
repeat.
become an adult, it's like, bitch, it's my money. I'll fucking spend it on whatever I want.
Right?
And it's like I already got my friends, I got my wife. Like, I ain't hiding nothing.
Exactly.
I know who I am. I'm comfortable in the skin.
Good shit.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's it, dude. Dude, speaking of skin, dude, do you see those aliens?
Oh my god! I thought
Dude,
I
with
knew
the
you were gonna
concrete
bring that up.
aliens.
The fucking Play-Doh aliens.
The cake.
Yeah. So it was like the Mexican government came out, and there was this guy who like leads their kind of UFO division, and he brought these like bodies, and they're all encased. They're in like a little glass like museum box, and I mean they're like this big. You know, they're not very
tiny.
big.
No,
and
they're not big.
And so this guy is going forward, and he's like, "Hey, we found these. These bodies are 1,000 years old."
My god.
Found down there in Peru or something.
Yeah, and this, so he's saying, you know, it's not like they were crashed, like a crash ship hit, and they pulled these aliens out. And saying, hey, these aliens have been buried in these mines in Peru, and you know they apparently did some carbon dating on them, said they're 1,000 years old.
They're like mummified aliens or something.
Yeah, and so they're mummified, but they look, again, they look like they're concrete. They look like they're Play-Doh.
I saw them and I was like, if I asked my children, if I showed them like a picture of E.T., and I was like, "Can you make this out of Play-Doh?" Dude, that's what it fucking looks
So let me ask you this though: do you think ET looks that way because
I don't know.
I think these aliens.
Because who wrote ET? That's Spielberg.
Yeah, he was a director. I don't
Okay.
know if he wrote it, but yeah.
So, I mean, who's more in the know than him?
Exactly.
Right? So, and that was back when aliens were crashing New Mexico like it was cool.
Let's not start this.
I'm just
conspiracy
saying.
shit.
I'm just saying. People, again, that's what people are saying. Like, hey, man, they look like the ET aliens. It's like,
Dude,
well, what
so-
if the ET aliens were designed that way because they
Exactly.
knew that's how they looked?
Exactly.
So now when everyone sees this, it's immediately discredited. That's bull, dude.
That's
Yeah,
because all
that's
these
not
aliens are
real.
designed because of ET.
Well, you look at paintings from like
They were just like watching our movies. Fucking take
yeah.
Write that down. Write that down.
Well, you look at paintings from way back in the day, like on all these pyramids. You see aliens that look
Or the cave
similar
paintings.
to similar to what these things look like. You know, with the freaking weird shaped head and everything like that. So, who knows, man? I don't know. I'm a believer. I don't know if that picture necessarily is real or not.
Or if
But-
those bodies are real.
Or if the bodies are real,
Yeah.
because guess what? You know, they'll show us that, but they won't show us other things, right?
Well, and so the
Well,
thing,
That the government's hiding from us.
please expand.
I can't remember what to say.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
what
go
I was
ahead.
going to say was they were testing the alien bodies, and they said like 70% of its like DNA they could trace back to some form of human evolution. They said 30% of it they couldn't identify, and it had nothing, no
Interesting.
anything tying to the
So-
way our evolution works. So
I
it
also-
was kind of like
Yeah, I also saw how that both of them didn't come from separate aliens. They were saying it came from the same alien,
The same species.
like the same body.
what do you mean?
They're saying that they couldn't tell that there were two separate aliens, that from whatever science shit that they came up with, apparently there was all from one.
Like as if they were testing the bodies, and it was like there was genetically
Genetically,
there
it
was no difference.
Right. Like it was,
was like
the
they were
fucking
just
same shit.
They were just some sort of perfect species that all look the same.
My thing is, you know,
Same DNA, dude. You can't be
These-
fighting.
these little bastards had gotten found like what 10 years ago.
Yeah, so that was the other
Like
thing.
what? Like
Well,
what took you so long? Is it now just because I can see them being like, oh, what an opportune moment, you know? Like the government just came out and was like, hey, we have these like UFO like actual records, and like it's shit's real.
Mexico's
And now they're like,
"Can we
oh, hey, senor, speaking about the UFOs, we have the the little motherfuckers. He's right here. We have our own right here. You know what I'm saying?
He's like,
You
can we
know,
get some of
open the
that NASA
box.
funding?
Dude, and you might be able to find one. You know, a little while we might put one at the bottom of a tequila bottle. I don't know how it works, but
But yeah, it'd be funny if they came forward and were like, hey, like, bitch, can we get some funding now? We got them.
Yeah.
You know, but
Who
again,
knows?
there is a lot of speculation with it because the same guy who is coming forward, this UFO specialist that's coming forward and saying, hey, boom, here are the bodies. They're here. You can see them. In 2015, I believe, he kind of did something similar. And then they were able to prove that the remains that they brought were just a small child's remains.
What
It was
the
like
fuck?
it was like a deformed kid that had been mummified. So obviously it's been dead for a long time.
Yeah.
But it was like once they did the testing, it was like, hey, this is a person.
Yeah.
So what I'm wondering is if again they were like, hey, we did the same testing because we found similar things, and that's where we saw the difference.
it's just like if you look at it, it just looks like a concrete cast.
I don't know. They said they did like a ultrasound to it, and it looked like it had parts of its body that were meant for housing like eggs.
What the fuck?
So then it's
Yeah,
like
'cause
you
we
gotta
know
wonder
that
how,
shit,
how
right?
these things are fudging, dude.
I know. Yeah.
And they're just pooping eggs out, dude. And then these little aliens just like.
And they're just smashing their egg sacs together.
Probably. It's some
It's gonna be
weird.
like San Quentin, dude.
Yeah. But after seeing pictures of those things, man, I'm not even worried about them, dude. They're tiny. They're not gonna.
Oh,
They're
they
not
don't
gonna
even-
mess us up.
They don't
dude.
even lift.
Dude, that's what
Yeah.
you would think until you go watch Mars Attack.
Nah.
That is funny. I haven't
can
seen
take
that
them
movie in a
on.
long time. That's a
Yeah.
funny movie.
Dude, that movie. Have you seen Mars Attack?
No.
Yes.
Movie night. No, dude. Mars Attack was like when I was a kid. My dad used to make us watch like pretty scary movies, you know, and he'd just be like, just
Super violent.
yeah,
So
just like
sit there.
suck it up. It's not that scary, you know. But
He doesn't need his head.
we watched Mars Attack. I forgot how young I was, but yeah, that movie scarred me because like I remember like one of the first scenes, right, when like the aliens land, they come out of their spaceships. And like some dude goes up to like greet them or something like that, and they just like blast him with their little like ray gun, and just instantly like his all his skin just melts off, and it's just got like bones dripping in blood. And as a kid, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Is this real? And then those little motherfuckers were like, you know, they're like 3 feet tall.
Dude, you could just punt these things.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
They had big brains though.
Yeah, the ones that they found in Mexico don't look like they were that
Mm.
smart, but
Yeah.
you know, again, it is one thing, but it's funny because it's like they come out and they're like, "Hey, they're real, man. We got them," and immediately, you know, the U.S. is like, "Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
We're calling this.
That's not what they look like."
Yeah.
I don't know how I know that's not what they look like, but that's not.
You're right.
It's because of Roswell, dude. Roswell.
I don't know. To me, it's just like, at what point do they come out and just say, "Shit, dude, they're here," you know? And is it more because it's just like they worry about how it's going to affect, if it'll just be a total breakdown of society because people will be like,
Yeah.
okay, aliens are real, everything's a lie.
Hey, my thing is like they got these two, right?
Mm.
You found them 10 years ago. Okay. Are there others? Like it's hard to believe that the only two mummified aliens that those are the only two mummified aliens to ever exist,
Right.
if they're real, right?
Mhm.
And like you found the only two that exist on Earth. Like
Yeah. Bullshit.
you guys do there's a lot of archaeological like digging and stuff going on in, you know, Central and South America, you know, where the Mayans and the Incans were. And it's like, I know there's tons and tons of stuff that hasn't been found yet and excavated just because it's so deep in the jungles. But, you know, it's like you would think if you found these two, you would find some other stuff like along the way.
Right. Show us that shit.
If it's
I want to
real,
know what it looks like.
Come on, man.
Is
that
show
how-
me
But I
the
think-
meaning.
I think it's gonna take more than just a picture of these aliens for us to believe it. I think
We're
it's
gonna
gonna
need
take,
to see them walking.
Yeah, it's gonna and
gonna
I
take
think
an
that's what it's
invasion.
gonna come down to.
It was, I had this conversation with Rachel the other day. Is like, I was like, what do you think is going to come first? Do you think there's going to be just a, you know, news to every single screen and just say, hey, aliens are real, blah, blah, blah? Or is it more likely that we're just going to be here one day and all of a sudden, and here they come, just over, you know, San Antonio or something?
I hope it's that way.
I hope it's the second
I
wave.
hope it's the second one.
I don't want to be prepared, dude, because then I'll start freaking out, anxiety.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a good question. What's gonna come first? Alien invasion, or Joe Biden completes a sentence?
Dude, he might be trying to save us, dude.
Random thoughts. Random thoughts. He might be an alien.
He might be.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just wild and it's crazy. You know, it's like we got some property down at the farm and it's way out there in the middle of nowhere. And it's like when you get out there, there's no lights. You can see the whole Milky Way, and it's like you always have those conversations. Those like, dang man, we were so small.
Yeah.
You know.
Amen.
That's wild.
So it's just crazy to think about, and there's a big part of me that hope that it is real, and maybe it's just that Mexico is just like, hey, fuck it, we got nothing else to gain. Like, all we do is export cocaine, baby. We're about to start exporting aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, it's just crazy. But one thing I just want to give the shout out to, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, is San Antonio is doing the Head for the Cure. It's going to be a 5K on Saturday to raise awareness for brain cancer. Myself and Rachel will be doing it. I think you guys are going to be there too.
Yep.
And I really appreciate you guys showing up. So it's a cool thing that San Antonio's putting on. Like I said, it's called Head for the Cure. It's an awesome 5K. If you want to come run it, please go sign up, because you got to register to do it. If it's too late to sign up, I would say if you don't got shit going on at, I don't know, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, come down and come see everyone that's running. I mean, it's a good thing to kind of get involved with if you can. But I just wanted to give a shout out and to everyone who's volunteering and helping put it on. You know, thank you guys so much. You guys are doing the Lord's work.
Nice, man. Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's going to be fun. And it's for a great cause, man.
Yeah. Wish we could make it. You know, Anna has she has her soccer game Saturday mornings. And obviously, you know,
I know Brittany can't be hawking them down one leg.
With her Achilles stuff, we talked about like bringing the knee scooter and just having her like roll the 5K. You know, she'd probably beat us all. But you know, we did donate. So
I appreciate,
you know, anything we can do
awesome.
to you know help the cause for sure.
Oh, we love you guys, man. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. So it's going to be here in San Antonio on Saturday.
Saturday.
What's the date on Saturday?
It is the.
Let's see. Tomorrow's the 20th.
So
1, 2, 3. 23rd?
23rd. September 23rd. So if you are in San Antonio, or if you live close to San Antonio.
Yep. It is going to be Saturday, September 23rd, 8 a.m., meeting at Providence Catholic School. So San Antonio, Texas. So if you're down there, if you registered, come on down. We're not going to be running, I can tell you that. But we're going to be moving.
Cool, man. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and hit it off with the drink of the day, baby.
Oh, what a mixture we have here today.
We do.
We're a little all over the place.
I guess I'll go first.
All right.
Okay.
I'll go first, baby. So, nothing too crazy going on here, guys. I switched it up this week. Switched it up to a little whiskey. You know, Maker's Mark. Can't go wrong with Maker's Mark. I know, you know, if you know of the brand or if you've ever had it, pretty good whiskey, pretty solid, affordable whiskey you can get out there. Nice bottle. You got a little, what is it, a wax seal that they put on it?
Mm-hmm.
And every single one is hand waxed. It's all different.
Yes.
It's all hand dipped. It's really cool.
It is very cool.
If you go to the distillery, they'll let you do it.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can dip your tip yourself.
Oh, dude, 100%. I'm going now.
Gotta get your tip dipped, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, nice, strong whiskey. A lot of flavor in it. Nice caramely flavor, just how I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But this week, I usually put ice in it to kind of dilute it a little bit. But I just got these new little stones to put in there, and it's the first time using them, and I like them, but I think I kind of prefer it drinking it neat, you know, nothing in there.
Like
just because it's too much, man. When I'm trying to drink it, it's like it's too much stuff going on in there. I don't know. It did a good job cooling it though, but
yeah, I've tried stones before, and like you said, it does a good job cooling it without diluting it if you don't want it diluted. But the thing was, dude, you tip that glass back, and then that stone comes and just knocks your tooth. You know, get a little chip in it.
I'm worried about doing that once I get towards the end.
Yeah.
So
it will happen. It will happen.
But yeah, man, these guys, Actually, you can mix it with just pretty much anything. Like I said, it's affordable. You can mix it with Sprite or Coke or whatever the hell you want. Or you can just drink it neat like I do.
You can never go wrong with
Be a man.
Maker's Mark.
Be a freaking man. Yeah.
It's one of those ones that you just can never go wrong with.
Yeah. But it's straight out of
Compton.
Loretta, Kentucky. I don't know where it is, but I got to make a trip out there so I can dip my tip.
I'm guessing it's on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. That's on my bucket list.
We're gonna have to get a history lesson on that.
Do we gotta get
on another episode.
I'll come up with something.
Yeah, because
we should all do like a guys trip to the Bourbon Trail.
Ooh.
And we can record
Triple Overtime
videos,
Oddcast on the road.
On the road.
Road
Take
trip.
'Cause they got that one. They got Buffalo Trace, I think, is on the Bourbon Trail.
Okay.
Gosh, what are some other ones? I can't remember like all of them, but I remember I watched this whole like video on it, and it's like you just take this. It's not like they're all right next to each other, but it's a road that connects all these distilleries.
That's
that,
awesome.
Like, we all know, and it's like, dude, someday I'm gonna need a chauffeur for sure.
Yeah.
Because if we're going down the Bourbon Trail, boy, we're about to be drinking bourbon.
Hell yeah, baby, and we'll take y'all along with us too. So
Yeah, take you along for the ride.
Hop in my pocket, baby.
But yeah, man, it's good trash. Get it.
Solid trash.
Matthew?
Yeah, I'll just go with mine. It's a real easy. I was feeling a little spicy, a little saucy on the way over here, so went ahead and went with a good old margarita.
Ooh.
Nothing too crazy. We got some good gold tequila, and we have gold tequila. We have the triple sec. Regular margarita mix will do, but I always like to put a little bit of orange juice in it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was gonna say the color. It looks like
It's
a
little-
mango.
You're fooling me with that color.
Yeah, I thought it was a mango margarita, but I guess it's the orange juice. But it looks really good.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's nice. I don't know. I think I like to drink my margaritas with a little bit of orange juice. I think it just gives it a little tang.
What do you say?
A
It's like
little
a
zest.
What do you say? It's like a yeah. What do you say? It's like a poolside drink.
This
or?
is 135% a poolside drink.
Hell
This is
yeah.
going to be what you're going to want to just throw into your mouth if you're in any body of water, ideally. So
Okay.
I would say if you're waist up, dry, and the rest of it is water. I would say what you definitely want to do is have one of these close. Put an umbrella in it if you're feeling fancy.
Hell yeah.
I don't think it's going to make a taste difference wise, but it's going to look nice.
Get one of those little like glass dudes that ladies use on the edge of their wine glass.
Oh yeah.
Chad.
Yeah, Chad, the little Chads dude was.
I know. I thought about getting one of those for the house, and then Rachel just kept using the same one, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
We're
fucking
done with
Chad,
this.
You're going down the freaking disposal.
And I'm like, have you met Riley?
Yeah. Nice, man. Good choice. I like it.
Awesome.
What about you?
Well, in the spirit of so this past week, Oktoberfest, officially kicked off out in good old in the fatherland.
Oh,
Germany.
Deutschland.
Which someday that's like a bucket list thing too, right? It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
someday. I know my brother was like, dude, we gotta make a trip out next year. Let's go next year. And I told Brittany, and she's like, hell no. Absolutely. She's like, first of all, that's too much money. Second of all, you're not going if I ain't going. Like, you're not going without me, because Brittany would party out there in Oktoberfest. But we do Worst Fest. We
do Worst Fest in
we do
Brownsville,
Worst Fest.
Texas.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking
Dude,
waiting in line simulator 20.
Hey, we're going on a weekday this year, though. We're going on.
We
a weekday.
do. We
Agreed.
need to go on a
Plan on
weekday.
a weekday.
Listen to music. Not have to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A weekday, I feel like would just be like way more chill. But anyways, so Oktoberfest kicked off, and I decided to go and get one of probably my favorite German beers, which this is from a brewery. It's in Germany, imported from Germany, called Tucher. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Tucher. It's all fancy cursive writing. So Tucher. Ha! But my favorite, it's a Dunkel. So it's a Dunkel Hefeweizen. I know a lot of people think that it's a Hefeweizen. No, in German you pronounce the W's like V's and the V's like W's, so it's not Volkswagen, it's Volkswagen. Okay, so it's
You have to say it aggressively
dude,
too.
you
so.
do. You have to pound your fist.
There is no German word.
It's a
that can-
Dunkel Hefeweizen.
Yes. There's not a German
that
word
might
that
be a
can
little
said
loud on the
without
audio,
anger.
dude. But no, it's good. It's like a darker, more malty, like a wheat beer. This one, what does it say? It's 5.2. So it's like it's a not super heavy. Something you can definitely have a few of. I know, like I'd like to go to Kraus every now and then, and I'll get a Dunkel, and I get the full liter.
Ooh, you have to, man.
You have to. You can't. You can't. Dip out on that. So this one, it says right here, an authentic Bavarian wheat beer, naturally unfiltered in accordance with the Bavarian purity law, brewed and bottled in Germany, the oldest wheat beer brewery in Nuremberg. So this is straight from the fatherland, and it's tasty. This is my second one of the pod. I know you guys might be like, I haven't seen you, get another one.
What's the color on it? What
It's
is it?
you want to pour it on the table for you? It's a little
Absolutely.
it's dark. It's like a good like medium brown.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So just kind of like the
like the
bottle
can.
here.
Like a ship
Or
brown
the can. Yeah. So it's my favorite type of German beers. Like a classic hef. It's got a little spice to it. Like not a lot, but a nice little note there on the tongue. But it's still Dunkel. It's a Dunkel Hefeweizen.
I like it, man. Looks good.
And that's how you have to say it.
The can is very it's an
German?
attractive can. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I mean it's got like a lot going on.
Dude,
but
it says I'm a
not
winner,
lot.
dude. It's got the checkered stuff at top, surrounded by the wheat leaves on the side, which almost kind of look like a winner's crown, dude. That says this beer is first fucking place.
You know what's
Dude,
missing though?
What?
Made in the USA, baby.
Yeah. Well, you know what? When it comes to German beers,
Yeah.
at least it's not like hit you in Mexico, or something like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
that would be
wouldn't-
weird.
I wouldn't trust a hef, a Dunkel made in Mexico.
Yeah, that would be.
Dunkel bottled right in San Antonio,
Like
Texas.
if Modelo was like Modelo new brew, we got a Dunkel. I'd be like, no thanks, Or if if these guys try to make a Mexican lager, I wouldn't trust it. So it's like if you're gonna get a German beer, there's lots of great German beers
I
from the
agree.
U.S., but if you're gonna get a
agree.
German beer, there's nothing like getting it straight from Bavaria.
I agree, man. 100%.
That's it, dude. Pay the shipping costs. Get it straight from there.
Yeah. It's kind of like, and that kind of goes with a lot of things too. Like when you order, I don't know, when it's tequila, right? If you get freaking celebrity tequila, that's just like, a bunch of additives. And you know what I'm trying to get at? It's like, you need to get the motherland stuff, like the real shit.
The real shit.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. It's like the shit that you go home and it's like, man, I need some tequila. It's like, boy, fucking behind the shelf. This
Yes.
bottle's not even marked.
Right.
And it's like, oh, okay. Because I know it's like, I used to have this real good friend, Max, and I would always hang out with his family all the time, and super, super awesome. But it was like, they were Mexican, dude. They crushed every time they made tacos. They crushed every time they made anything that was like Hispanic related. So it was like one time we were drinking with them, fucking 17-year-old me, dude, hard as shit. But it was
Dang.
like, again, it was like their tequila was like,
You were hard drinking it, or was it
You were
like-
getting hard as shit.
dude, I was fully erect
Oh.
while drinking it. It's a condition.
You had the worm at the end, then, huh?
Yeah, dude.
the little alien at the bottom.
Like, I
of
got the
bottle
worm
there.
at the end. Trust me. But no, I know what you're saying though, because it's like that
Yeah.
stuff is like, dude, that's where they perfected it,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
where the art craft
and it
comes from.
just trickles toward anywhere else who wants to kind of
Agreed.
adapt it.
It's
Where
kind of
you-
like when I try like West Coast IPAs out here. There's some good ones, but like getting like a West Coast or San Diego style IPA on the West Coast,
Right.
there's just something different about it,
I agree.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Just like I wouldn't trust a Bach from like out there. That's
Yeah.
that Shiner,
Yeah, dude, Shiner Bock, dude,
Amen, brother.
bottled in fucking San Diego.
Yeah. Next. Nice, man. Well, hey, good lineup of drinks today, man. I like it. I'm gonna have to try that later, but we'll check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to go into another topic here. maybe a little more serious topic, just because we've been hanging out, for the past 40 minutes or so. And I just want to make it very clear, y'all, man, if you're going through anything, just make sure you reach out to somebody. It's very important to reach out and get your feelings out there. I know us as men, we're not usually, we're not programmed really to get our feelings out there. But just get out there and find somebody. It doesn't have to be, your mom, or your dad, or your girlfriend, your wife, or whatever. Find somebody that's similar to you and talk to them.
And it's hard sometimes,
Yeah.
It's hard, I know, because especially like one of the things you're saying is, like find you that person. And it sucks because sometimes, you may have someone that you're married to, that you're with, that you're just like, you fucking don't understand this problem,
right?
And it's like, I could tell you 100 times over, but it's just like, you don't know because you haven't experienced it. And
Exactly.
It's like, sometimes it's great. It's like, I'm thankful to have you guys because there's issues that I have that it's like, and I do talk to Rachel about everything, and I'm super, super grateful for how listening she is and how supportive she is. But it's like, there are some things where it's like you can sympathize with me, but you can't empathize with me. And sometimes you need, you need to find one of your brothers for that, man. And
exactly.
I agree, dude. It's important.
Hell yeah. I feel like, I would say maybe I have like three tips or pieces of advice that I have for people, for guys that are out there, and it can be, whether you're getting out of the military or you're just graduating college, or you're going into college. Maybe you're a high school graduate, you're going into college. Find a group of people that you really are kind of on the same frequency with. What I mean with that is don't hang around people that are going to be just tearing you down, man. Find people that when you hang out with them, you're going to feel energized. You're going to feel refreshed. You're going to feel like, okay, cool. Now I can go on another week, freaking go at it.
And people that you feel you can be yourself around.
Yeah.
Like, I know sometimes it's easy to get caught up in a group and you're like, oh, I gotta try to be like them, or I gotta try to be a certain way to kind of fit in with this group, whereas like, when you find that group that of friends or whoever it is, that you can just be your authentic self around, like there's nothing like that. Like with me, with y'all, and then like my friends from college, it's like I could always just be myself. I know I'm a fucking weirdo. Okay?
So am I, dude.
Straight, like I'm weird. I mean, I'm a big, like, super hairy dude. Some people see me down the street be like, dang, like that's a man. I got a beard. I got a little bit of muscle. Left. It's fleeing pretty quickly. I'm and getting that belly, but it's like, on the inside, I fucking love Harry Potter. I just did a 20-minute segment about how excited I am for NSYNC. I mean, so it's like, I'm a weirdo and I've totally embraced it, and like being able to be around y'all, then like back in the day, like when I went to college and like I really need that group of friends I could be authentic with. It's like, there's nothing like that. Cause that kind of just eases, things. And it's like, okay, I don't have to worry so much about pretending to be something I'm not, or liking things that I really don't like just for the sake of, like friendships or whatever. So,
and I've been there. I've been in those situations where, especially, in high school, and then after getting out of the Marine Corps, going back to my high school friends. No offense to anybody, but it's just like we're on totally different pages, right? They moved on with their life. I moved on with my life, and trying to like fall on the same page after 5 years of being, active duty Marines.
Straight killer, baby.
Straight killer, dude.
Woo!
Out there. Hey, my intentions are my goals are completely separate from, what theirs was. So when I got back from the military, it was difficult, man. I was trying to fit in that same group of people, and I found myself not being the person that I was. I was trying to be something that I wasn't. So, but I definitely found a group of people out there in Green Bay that I felt comfortable being myself, and it was weird to me at first. It was like, well, okay, should I be acting like? Should I only show this side of me to Alyssa? Like, and seeing their reaction to it and accepting me for me being my goofy ass, fucking weird ass self, I was like, okay. And then, little by little, I started to, kind of let that wall down a little bit. And now I'm just fucking doing me, dude, doing this damn thing.
That's
So
it, baby.
Doing the damn thing.
One thing I was going to say, because it was kind of, I was thinking when he's talking about finding people that, accept you. And, one thing I will say is just, you want to make sure not only to surround yourself with people that are energized, but you want to surround with people who are like, who root for each other.
right.
Because often too many times it's like you get that group of people where it's like, you get one person that's like, man, dude, I'm excelling, dude. I'm doing well in work. I'm doing this. And you get those friends that are like, fuck that.
Right.
He doesn't deserve that.
That's the shit you need.
Or they love you at your highs, but not at your lows.
But the thing is just like, you don't, the people who, again, you can have whoever you want as friends. It's really up to you. But it's like, I choose to try to surround myself with people who like, they want to, I want to root for them to do well because I know that they root for me to do well. Because why not? It's not like we're in competing natures.
Right.
And if we were, it doesn't matter because I'd crush the shit out of y'all. No, but it's like, I want to see y'all do well and y'all want to see me do well. And that's wonderful. And it's like, you should find yourself people who want you to do well and push you to do well.
Hell yeah. So if you find yourself, around negative people, maybe there's maybe it's time to change it up,
Get away from them.
Get away from that shit.
Be positive.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say that's probably the top one, the top, piece of advice. If you're feeling lonely, man, take this with a grain of salt. Freaking, kind of think about where you're at. If you're feeling lonely and you feel like, maybe you're stuck or something. But I'd say another piece of advice to kind of get your mind going is definitely move your body. I know, whether it's dancing, whether it's freaking going to the gym, signing up at your local gym and hanging out with new people you don't even know. But hey, you know what? You have something in common. They want to work out. Or signing up for a half marathon or a marathon, whatever the case may be. Move your body. I know for a lot of us, coming straight out of the military, and I talk about, the military because that's something that I personally have experience with is when I came out of the military. I wasn't necessarily myself in kind of being, what's the word? I don't know. It's just, you have to not let yourself go, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Keep doing what you're doing and don't try to change, man. So, yeah, get out there, move your body, do your thing. And, yeah, I'd say that's probably the second one.
I'd say that's probably like one of the hardest, too.
It is one of the hardest.
Especially like I go through such phases with that, like I'll get really into something and then something happens and it stops. Like this last one, I was like getting really into like CrossFit. I never done CrossFit before, so and I've always wanted to try it. So I tried it. I was getting into it. I like the I like the idea of like heavy lifting, Olympic lifting, because that's why I did a lot back in like high school and stuff. And I just like loved the feeling of a good like clean and jerk or snatch, right? Mm-hmm. And so doing that was cool, but there were some things that happened where with the gym and like some miscommunication, and I was just like, okay, like I can't do this because I can only go at 5 a.m. Like so there were some miscommunications days where like I had to miss the workout because like nobody showed up, and I'm like, y'all said you were gonna be here. And so like things like that, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to cancel because I'm not going to pay money if this is going to keep happening.
Right.
And then it's like you cancel, but I don't really have another plan. And so I'm just like, okay, I guess because I was doing that for like 5 months straight, 4 or 5 months, like every day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
I was doing good. And then it's just like that happens. And it's kind of like, okay. And now we're going on a trip back to California, and then you come home and it's hot as shit. And and it's like, you wake up at 5 a.m. It's already like 95 degrees.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm not going to do it.
A cool 95.
Yeah. And it's like the hardest part is just getting started, And I know like I need to do better at that.
Oh, so do I, dude. I'm not the fittest. I'm not fit at all right now. But
yeah. And like, like for me, like specifically, I don't even want to like be like fit. In terms of like a certain look, like I just want to be healthy.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to start.
Definitely.
But that's where like accountability comes in, you know.
That's it,
Yeah.
dude.
Like it's like talking to
Yourself
each
an
other,
accountability buddy.
finding that person, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, man, definitely. And it doesn't even have to be like going to the gym or stuff like that. Just,
Just going to walk in the morning.
going to walk, mow
That's
your
where I wanna
freaking
start.
lawn. Your neighbors are probably complaining about your long ass grass, so mow your fucking lawn, dude.
Dude,
Well,
I just chopped up a tree that fell in our shed from that one
Oh
storm.
yeah.
But I don't got a chainsaw, so I just have a handsaw.
Oh
So I'm up
no.
there, dude, just dripping sweat. I'm like, that's my movement for the week, right
Hell
there.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm still sore.
I remember seeing this thing that was saying that some guy said it, and he was like, if you don't, it's impossible for you to move forward in life and move forward mentally if you don't move forward physically.
Boom.
And it was kind of a weird thing, but then I thought about it, and it's like you can't, and given you can say sit still metaphorically, or you can say it physically, but it's like fucking sit there, you don't move,
Yeah.
but you want to have aspirations and goals and do different things in life, and it's like, well, you need to physically move, get your body moving, get your brain moving, and then you can get your goals moving.
Hell yeah. So, moral of the story: don't be a fucking couch potato.
Fucking don't be a pussy.
Dude,
Yes.
that's fucking me most of the time.
No, no, it's
Shit,
not.
dude.
And if you are
You can ask
pussy,
my wife,
it's
dude.
not.
and if you are
after
pussy,
these
at least
long
live.
days, I
Yeah.
just like to sit on the couch and just play my FIFA sometimes. And
Dude, it's needed though. I mean, you
Oh,
got
it is.
you have 2 kids. You work
Yeah,
a
you
freaking
hear that,
full-time
Brittany?
job.
It's needed, okay?
It is needed, dude.
Here's the pass.
So, the last one, I'm gonna make this one really short, but keep setting goals. Goals are gonna keep you motivated, and they're just gonna better you in a way. Don't just fucking give up. Like I said, don't be just don't let yourself go.
Dude, just go one more day. Just
go
keep
one more
telling
day.
yourself that.
That's right. Cool, man. And if you guys ever need anybody to fucking talk to, man, we're here.
Yeah, brother.
DM us, drop in the freaking comments, and talk to us, man. But yeah, so we're gonna go straight into our bets for the week.
Yeah, so we're kind of, for the time being,
We're just switching it up a little bit, just
Yeah.
because we do have football season coming around.
yeah.
and
So we're not going to do the whole throwback of the day, right? This, for the foreseeable future, we're going to do our NFL picks of the week, our like for sure win, and our upset of the week.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this one first. Who I think is gonna be a lock. Excuse me, for a win is I think the Fins. I think the Fins over the Broncos. I like Tua. I like the Dolphins. They're fast. They're fun to watch. I like Russell Wilson and I like Sean Payton, but it's like they just fucking can't get the shit together, dude. They look so sloppy in the last couple of games. So
All
I think Dolphins gonna crush that one. Upset. I hope the Texans beat the Jags.
okay.
I like Trevor Lawrence. I think he's really good. I think he's super talented. I don't think the Texans have as much firepower at quarterback as the Jags do, but I think Texas is going to do it. I don't know.
CJ Stroud going to get his
I
first
know
win.
he's good. Yeah, let's get him his first win. Come on, baby.
All right. So I got this is gonna be an easy one, but
Easy.
I got the Chiefs over the Bears because
Amen.
the Bears still suck.
We do.
So I got the Chiefs sticking
That's
that.
about as surefire as you can't even put 99.9%. That's 100%.
Patrick Mahomes is about to come out there with a fucking thing all across his eyes.
I think if you go put money on that game, they'll just give you your winnings.
Yeah.
That's what.
Dude, if you put money in the game, you're going to lose money. Come on now.
And for my upset, I got the Bucks over the Eagles.
Ooh,
So
Baker.
we'll see what Baker does in Tampa.
I hope
right?
so.
They're playing in Tampa, so
Yep.
Get
we'll see
somebody
what
in that
happens.
divisional loss, man. Come on now.
All right, for me, my for sure surefire pick of the week: Bills over the Commanders.
Okay.
Commanders are good, and they've gotten better. They got a good young squad there. Sam Howell leading the guys, but I do think the Bills just get it done because they need to, and so they will. Josh Allen will be a little too much for that defense. And then for my upset, I got the Rams over the Bengals.
Bengals look soft.
The Bengals, like I said, if you remember, I said my pick for most disappointing team of the year, I said was going to be the Bengals. And right now they're sitting at 0-2, even with Joey B. I know that he re-aggravated that calf issue, and so I don't know. The Rams have looked surprisingly pretty good. Matthew Stafford is getting along well with his new receivers, since Cooper Kupp is out still. So Puka Nakua, I think that's his name, Puka Nakua, has been lighting it up,
Really
and they still got Aaron Donald. So I'm going to take the Rams in the upset over the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Nice. Beautiful.
Soft ass Tigers.
All right. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next week. Great week, and everybody have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Cheers,
Thank
baby.
y'all. Thank y'all.